fire on those guns again. Now, they have plenty of infantry divisions over here. Company strength, by the way. These guys are in large numbers on this island. There's no doubt about that. We've also got to keep our eyes out for positions like that. It looks like that could definitely hide some enemies. And this is another Special Forces division. And I think we could probably finish off this third garrison. Beautiful. So we can actually take that pillbox for ourselves. But of course, it suffered some pretty heavy casualties. It's not nearly as useful as it was before. More Marine Special Forces, guys. I'm going to drop these off immediately. And we took some landing casualties. On Peleliu, like a lot of other islands that the Japanese held, there were a lot of hidden pillboxes, hidden rifle holes, things like that, that were very well concealed by the terrain. And often, even minutes or hours after Marines had landed, they would open up, kill a few Marines, and get the hell out of there. A pretty nice tunnel system that these guys had. Here we go. Marine Special Forces once again. I'm going to drop them here, but we did take some landing casualties. We could already see a bunch of enemies over here at the point. I think I'm going to drop these guys here. I don't want to go too far north, and as Peleliu mentioned, that area is brimming with guns. If you guys look, for instance, at the Umbragol Mountains over here, this area is full of artillery positions. It's amazing. So for us to actually take this on, I think it's gonna take a bit of courage, to say the least. Here we go. Okay, this is our tank battalion. I don't want him getting hit. Nice. Got some tanks on the landing area. Let me know, guys, if you hear me. Just somebody type something, please. And welcome, everybody. We got 10 viewers here. I guess everybody really wants to see me take on the entire Battle of Peleliu. I did promise that I would do the whole battle, so I'm probably going to be tired. But when I make a promise, I'll keep to it. Okay, let's hit that coastal battery. And actually, they fired back at us and did a lot more damage. Now, this is Puller's HQ, and we don't want him getting hurt because he's one of our commanders. So I'm going to drop him over here. He's got plenty of defenses. But, of course, we need the HQ to pass on supplies to our army, all sorts of things. And I think of all the landings I've had on Peleliu, this has been one of the better ones. So we're actually getting our generals out first. We're going to defend them well. And the rest of this tank battalion can land over here, hopefully unharmed. I don't really want to move this HQ up, but I'm going to do it just to get the tank battalion out. So I am thinking I want to take this area here, the barracks. What do you think, Peleliu? Should we go for the barracks in Walt Ridge, or should we totally ignore this area and go straight for Nagdralok and then go west? Because, of course, as you guys know, this area has tons of arty, tons of barracks. Attacking it head-on would be possibly suicidal. Okay, I think our men have moved as much as they can. And this is actually Hannikin's HQ, so we're going to drop Hannikin over here. Glad we got these generals off at this point, and I'm going to drop the Special Forces in the woods, or in the jungle, I should say. This is not a forest. It's not a temperate forest. I wish it was. And we're doing pretty well against the Japanese garrison companies, so I want to keep that up. And we have a Marine Artillery Division here. And we can go ahead and use it right now. Let's do it. Beautiful. For the rest of our men, we may have to wait. I'm thinking we might be able to land over there on the pillbox. Yes, beautiful. Unfortunately, our artillery suffered landing casualties, and I didn't expect that. Arty is one unit that usually makes it on the beach without a problem because it comes after the infantry wave. But like I said, the Japanese have all sorts of men hidden on this beach, and they will make use of them. It's another artillery division. Let's see if they can hit the enemy. Wow. So the reach of our arty is actually really good. And we can even fire on that central battery, but I think I want to fire on the battalion here. Obviously, if we were able to damage a Japanese battalion, that would be very helpful. This is, if it's battalion strength, it's almost hard to believe that it is battalion strength. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough nut to crack. I don't want to drop this unit yet because it's an arty unit and it's just going to take damage. Besides, we can't drop them. As for these guys, let's reinforce them, so that eventually they can also join the garrison battalion, perhaps. And we will end the turn. Here we go, guys. Wish us luck. Hey, Peleliu, he's saying it's interesting that this battle was not like D-Day. They took the beach real fast, but the problem was the island itself. It was a real war of attrition over there. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, definitely also the fact that they allowed a lot of the Marines to land before they opened fire. And I'm not sure if were the Marines present at Omaha Beach or Sword Beach. I think it was the U.S. Army, if I'm not mistaken. This was really a big battle for the Marines, the Battle of Peleliu. Same with Iwo Jima, etc. Wow, what the hell is that? What was that? Minefields? Man, yeah, that was minefields. So that's unbelievable. I never took damage like that. Incredible. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Ouch. Moving my tank division over there, you bet. With this Special Forces unit, we really need to reinforce it, but I don't think we're going to be able to this turn. Why can't this guy... Oh, we should be able to land. Sorry, guys. Unload. Here we go. I'm going to have all of my arty fire at that position. Every single bit of it. Okay, we got a hit. Just not sure how damaging that hit was. Enemy actually has some defensive artillery going, man. Alright, let's see. These special forces can move a lot. And yeah, we should probably go for these units. Especially the units here in the woods, or in the jungle, excuse me. We really do need to deal with these because Peleliu was mentioning that moving through the jungles might be actually our best bet, as opposed to moving directly for the mountain. Moving through directly for the mountain is just going to open us up to any conceivable artillery attack you can even think of. And I tend to agree with him because I've played this battle before, I've lost this battle before, I've also won it before, but even when I won it, moving through the jungle was important, you know. If you stayed out in the open over here by the airfield, it was a pretty easy way to get destroyed. That being said, I'm still launching an attack on the airfield with our tanks, because I know they have some armor here, and I want to get rid of it. Okay. Looks like that's as much as we can do this turn. We will eventually get reinforcements, guys, over time. And I think we can end that turn right there. Alright, collected some PP, which means that we can use that to reinforce some units, or obviously to load some units from the mainland. Could just be another island, I think it probably is. Nice. Wonderful defensive artillery. They are going to wipe out our special forces, but at least we made them regret that decision. They're going to take some nasty casualties here. But yeah, I think they know how to fight in the jungle. Whether or not they're a special forces unit, they absolutely have more experience fighting in the jungle than we do. So as you can see there, they just wiped out one of our Marine squads that landed at the point. And that's rough. And more casualties in the minefields, man. This place is laced with booby traps. We might as well call it Booby Trap Island. They're just everywhere. So let's go ahead and assist these boys. Time to bring the tank in. Bring in some special forces as well. I love it. Come on, guys. Finish them off. We've almost got them. I think one more well-placed round should wipe out this battalion. Come on, boys. Good job. And we have more or less taken the point. It's not exactly worth that much in terms of victory points or anything like that, but it is considered one of the more important points, no pun intended, of the island. It's pretty important to take this area so that we control the entire beach. So far, it looks like we do. As for this guy, he needs reinforcements, but we're not going to be getting them yet. So I could actually head to the airfield now. What do you guys think? Do we attack the airfield? Hi, how's it going, Wavell? Good to see you, bud. Okay, so Peleliu saying you could try to take the airfield, but the south of the island should be the focus. If you start to get a bit of heavy artillery fire from the mountains, then retreat. Yeah, conserving the strength of our units. Yeah, it's an extremely heavily fortified position. That's very true. Dealing with it is going to be tough. Okay, I think we can destroy this tank destroyer here. So first I'm going for that. We don't need that bothering us. And I'll also move the special forces behind the enemy here. And over here, I think we'll assist our guys in taking out the 4th garrison. Is it just me, or did they get more troops? I think they did. Of course, we've got them up against the beach. We've got some cover here from the jungle, so we're the ones with the jungle cover this time. Okay. Should be getting those reinforcements pretty soon, guys. We could actually already transport this guy, so I'm going to put him on an amphibious transport. It's going to be 87 MPP, but of course he will be able to come to the battle next turn. And let's fire over here with the artillery on this unit. Okay, and the turn. So far, the Japanese are not making their presence known completely. They have a lot more men than you would think they do, but this is actually a pretty good start. They're showing off their mechanized division, and those guys are probably going to be able to defend the airfield pretty effectively. Unless they just go ahead and retreat into the mountains, which is another thing that is highly likely in this scenario. Man, look at that. We're already taking artillery fire from the mountains. Just devastating Japanese fire here. Okay, guys, our U.S. ships and aircraft are bombarding the mountains now. This is rarely effective, but, you know, every little bit counts, I guess. So I'm hoping we did do some damage there, but generally it doesn't do a lot. Okay. Opening fire. Nice. And of course, they're getting that defensive support from up there on the Five Brothers Mountain. And these special forces are way too damaged to continue. I mean, the only way we're going to be able to continue with these guys is if they get reinforced. So I'm actually going to start moving them towards the generals down here. And I'll bring this special forces unit up. But it looks like he's going to have to attack the coastal battery, which is a stationary target, so I'm not crazy about attacking those things, to be honest with you. All right, this is the guy that's going to reinforce the special forces, so we'll move him up there. This guy's reinforcing these special forces, and this guy is reinforcing this artillery piece. That sucks. Sorry, Hannikin, you're clearly not trusted with a lot. Okay, attack. Yeah, we can finish them off. I know it's crazy to go against an anti-tank unit with a tank unit, but we have way more, so I think we'll take over that pretty easily. And yeah, they're absolutely reinforcing this garrison unit. There must be reinforcements coming from Narcomed Island. And consistently reinforcing this area here. Doesn't matter, we're still shooting them down. Nothing yet, but we can start moving this fellow here to join the rest of the folk. Let's go. Very poorly placed artillery rounds there. I'm not happy with my men. Come on, guys. That was really bad. Our arty usually does a lot better than that. Well, if they want to lose, I guess that's okay. Oh man, nasty fire on the artillery we have there at the point. And it looks like the point is a perfect place to get shot at. It's not as easy to get shot at there as it is the airfield, but it's still dangerous. And finally, there we go. Our regimental combat team? Let me take a look at this. Yeah, the regimental combat forces are ready to go. So let's load them up. Much needed reinforcements. Okay, we need to get an amphibious transport specifically. So if it just says transport, that's not enough. It has to be an amphibious transport. Yeah, so we'll move these guys up, and we'll have to transport them next turn. These Marines will be arriving beforehand, of course. Okay, what to do? Let's try and soften these guys up with some shots from the artillery. Not even a little bit. There we go. And how many rounds do they have stocked up there? That's what I really want to know. You can't possibly have that many rounds. Once again, look at that. You just keep refreshing that unit. I mean, at least it's costing them points, but it's frustrating that that thing is still alive. Okay, let's see what we want to do. I'm actually going to get the tanks behind the enemy. Do a little flank attack here, and then attack with the special forces. Those guys were not ready for an attack. Let's move these special forces over here in the jungle. Of course, we want to get that jungle bonus. We don't want to be attacking out in the open. That's not smart. And then we're going to move through this jungle, I guess. There is a path. I actually didn't notice this one before. And we can take Nardalok, this area over here. Okay, we can definitely reinforce this team or this team. Only 1 point of reinforcement, but 1 point counts. This guy can get 2 points of reinforcement. And we'll be able to move those guys next turn, my friends. So we will end this one. Come on, Marines. I know you can win this one. It's in your hearts. Ouch. I don't mind the artillery soaking up the damage here. It's clear that the point is a dangerous place. Okay, here we go, guys. We got another round of ship and aircraft bombardment on the Umburgol Mountains. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's going to make a difference. Again, it probably won't, because the enemy, what happens when the aircraft bomb, it's actually what the Viet Cong would do, is they simply go into their tunnels and just wait, and then they come back out. So I highly doubt we did any real damage to the mountains there. Alright, I think I'm going to try to overwhelm the enemy here. Ouch. Let's soften it up. It's also hard to soften this location up because of its placement in the jungle. I'm guessing a lot of the rounds are hitting that canopy, that upper canopy, and probably not even hitting the units. So we got one through. That's pretty good. I think we should also get the Special Forces unit over here, behind the enemy. We'll still take fire, but hopefully the jungle canopy will stop a lot of that artillery fire from affecting us. And yeah, it looks like we did pretty well there. I like that. But these Special Forces, we need to reinforce them, but not now. Alright, 1st Battalion has arrived. Welcome to the beach, gentlemen. Watch your step. I mean that sincerely. This is not a safe place. Okay, we can reinforce the garrison battalion. And I think since this is a garrison battalion, it's not exactly the best in terms of like an infantry battalion. I want to see the strength is 10. So it seems to actually have the same strength as a regular infantry battalion, which is good news for us. Now, over here, look at these guys. So annoying. Nope, we cannot reinforce, but we can attack this position here. And I'm amazed at how the enemy's still able to get reinforcements in this place. They do have this road, so maybe if we cut the road off like that, they won't be able to reinforce us easily. I'm just guessing here, guys. And this Special Forces unit also needs help. Get them back to 5. Hey, not bad. Despite this being dangerous, I'm actually going to attempt an attack, and look at that, we got them back down to 2. That's what we're trying to do, is just eliminate any infantry units here and any tank units here, and then we can go for the artillery. But as we're approaching the artillery in this battle, we're going to be getting hammered. So no matter what happens, it's going to be rough. Let's see. We're going to get you guys eventually. I promise you that. We're going to have to wait a turn or two to get those guys out. And I shall end the turn. The more artillery support, the better. So, honestly, if we get some more, hey, I'll be happy. Okay. Look at that. They're reinforcing them again, man. That's annoying. I'm wondering if we should maybe just go past those units, just ignore them. Because it now almost seems like a diversionary tactic. If they're reinforcing them that many times, I don't see the point. See, they're really trying to massacre our units from up here on the hill. And we're not even at the airfield yet. So you guys have no idea what's to come. Things are going to get a lot bloodier. And look at that. They reinforced this guy. Let's try and knock him back down. Got him completely surrounded. Got that defensive artillery. That is not going to work out in our favor. What about the tank unit here? Yeah, we can reinforce them too. I guess we'll take this turn to reinforce these guys. Why not? If the enemy's going to do it, we'll do it too. See how they like it. Okay, let's max reinforce this special forces. Beautiful. And I'm going to send these guys, like suggested by Peleliu, into the jungle. So we're basically trying to win the fight in the jungle here. And like he said, it's very much, this is a battle of attrition for both sides. We're trying to wipe them out, they're trying to wipe us out. And cutting off the enemy supply line is one of the ways of doing that. Good work, boys. Now, I'm wondering if we should have him attack that gun. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Didn't work out so well, did it? Okay, we'll get the HQ out now. Nope, we still have to wait. We've got to wait a little bit. By the way, guys, in this game, we can rename units. So, in the off chance you do want a unit named after you, we'll see what we can do. I think we should begin the attack on the airbase. I mean, it's risky. Then again, maybe we could go here to the south. I think, actually, I'll follow Peleliu's advice. I'm not going directly to the airbase. I've taken it before this way, but like he said, you get shot at a lot. It's not necessarily worth it. Moving this special forces unit back as well. Okay. Take a look here at the chat in a sec, my friends. Just so sort of focused on the battle itself. I don't want to mess up. I think we could say the beach is more or less under our command. Ouch. Yeah, they wiped out that unit. Completely shattered it. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't the movie Thin Red Line take place on the Battle of Peleliu? It might have been a different. I think it was the Solomon Islands, if I'm not mistaken. If somebody can find that out, let us know in the comments. But maybe it was the Battle of Peleliu. I'm trying to think of movies that take place specifically during this battle. I know Band of Brothers has an episode about it. It's a real, not Band of Brothers, excuse me, The Pacific. It's basically the Band of Brothers of the Pacific. It's really, really good, and it does show the Battle of Peleliu. Pretty amazing stuff. So look at this, guys. Another armored division. Oh, yeah. But again, we got to wait for that amphibious transport. A regular transport is not good enough. We don't have a port here. There's no such thing as a port on Peleliu. So we have to get that amphibious transport. We're going to have to wait a little bit. We might have to spend a few turns trying to not reinforce our units. Nice. Definitely lost some Marines in the attack, but I think it was more than worth it. And over here, this is the frustrating part, but let's keep on attacking. Okay, I'm going to move this fresh unit right here up. But before we do, let me soften up this area. There we go. That's called softening up right there. 2 down. Love to take this unit out. 321st Battalion attacking, but of course the enemy does have some defensive artillery. Oh man, the 321st Battalion just did an incredible job there. So these guys are pretty good. Let's see if we can finish them off with our tanks. And we can indeed. Airbase destroyed. So our men destroyed that sort of temporary Japanese airbase. And I'm going to immediately start going for these guns. I mean, if I can take out the guns on the mountain, so be it. That being said, as you can see, look at that. Already, those guns dealt an incredible amount of damage. 3 damage to that unit. So that's what happens when you attack these things. We're still going for it, though. Because I know how important it is to take them out. So at this point, we are going with the full assault, brothers and sisters. This is going to be tough. I think we'll have to reinforce this unit. But we're definitely making it to the airfield at this point, so prepare for enemy artillery. And actually, I just thought of a nice little trick. I'm not sure if the elevation of our arty can reach the mountains, but maybe we should move our artillery up and start firing at their artillery in the mountains. And I think I'm going to use that trick right now, not for their mountain artillery, but specifically for just the guys here at the airbase. We should get a bit closer, but for now, I'll keep my distance. All right, ending the turn. Yeah, get ready. There's going to be a nasty artillery barrage here. And I hope we get another bit of assistance from our battleships and our Air Force, because we need it. $22 turns remaining. We still have plenty. Oh, cool. 5, 6, and 7 are about Peleliu. Fascinating, man. Okay. Once again, back to 8, man. It never ends. This time I'm going to try to hit this one because I think we have a better chance of eliminating that unit. Attack with infantry and then finish them off with a tank. Finally! There we go, guys. We have destroyed that unit. And I think what Peleliu is suggesting is we keep moving through the jungle here and then go north. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to consider these 4 units under Peleliu's control. And if anybody wants to take generalship of some units, I can go ahead and let you do that. So I'm going to let Peleliu decide what to do with these 4. Over here, yeah, these special forces must fall back. I wish they didn't have to, but they just must. And we'll bring the artillery forward, pretty much. Attack the guns. Nice, but was it worth it? I don't know. Can only reinforce 1 point, but even 1 point makes a difference, friends. Okay, let's get our tank on an amphibious transport. All right, we got to wait over the tank, but I think we can get the infantry on an amphibious transport at least, so they can be there next turn. And we'll bring this general over here so they can be supporting the units in the best way possible. Man, now the enemy's fighting back quite well in that area. That's not good. Okay, let's end the turn. Wow, they're trying to hit our units from all the way over here, so this just proves to you that their guns can reach any part of the island. That is a creepy realization. They can fire all the way over here. So see, it was a very good idea to bring our artillery up. Now we also get a defensive bonus when they attack, and we could potentially do some damage to them just as they're attacking. Okay, so Japanese reinforcements have arrived. Things are about to get a lot more complicated now, guys. That's not good at all. We do see their general HQ here, though. It's obviously a big thing we want to try and take. And again, even taking out one of these guns would help us so much. So I'm doing everything I can, as you can see here, to take out at least one. Actually, with our tank, we can fire from here, which is pretty cool. Pretty nifty, too. Charge up that hill, boys. The 3-2-1, guys, they're an incredible unit. Remember, they did 4 damage to one of those Japanese infantry units, and now they've taken out one of the artillery pieces on these mountains. Don't want to lose these guys under any circumstances. Max reinforcements, 8. Beautiful. Special forces are back to full strength. And we scored a hit on the elusive enemy artillery. Nice. Special forces doing all right. Move up again. And with these guys, now I actually feel comfortable attacking the airfield directly, just because we seem to be doing pretty well. I know it's risky, but I'm going for it. Some of these guys could use reinforcements, though, so let me max out on that. What do you think, Bon Value? Should we? Enemy's not playing around. Let's drop these folks off in the south, actually, so they can take on that annoying enemy infantry unit. We don't really have any possessions in this area, but obviously we don't want them setting up another line against the beach. So for that very reason, I'm going to do that. Can we transport this fellow? No, we're going to have to wait a bit. Time to end the turn. I will look at the chat, of course. Okay, you still think the south should be the priority. So we will keep moving with your units over here towards this area, Negredolo. There's also a radio direction finder station. Interesting. Okay, ending the turn. U.S. ships and aircraft bombard Amiangal Mountain. Now, this is a different area. There are 2 air bases, I believe. This is the second air base. Getting there is going to be a whole problem in itself. So it's good to see that we did hit that area, but we're not there yet. I would have preferred an attack here. But beggars can't be choosers, am I right? Here we go. Come on, hit that gun, take it out. If we could take the Five Brothers mountain range there, that would be incredible. There we go, guys. We've taken Death Valley, and that is the name of this part of the battlefield. Having to scale up these massive mountains. It's a pretty big step in the direction of victory. Now our issue is we didn't really focus too much on the airfield, so we have a lot of enemies still here in the airfield. They're pretty out in the open, but I think they do still get a defensive bonus from being in cover. We are going to have to attack them, though. And the infantry unit that just landed, the one that's about to land, and our tank division would probably be pretty useful in this attack. And we're going to continue east with Bonvalu's troops. Problem is, getting through this jungle can be tough. It's not very forgiving terrain. And why is it the special forces can only move one tile? They should be able to move more than even the infantry. I'm going to make sure everybody got a shot off. Okay. Yeah, they are reinforcing the airfield big time. Big time. Look at that. All of their reinforcements are going to the airfield. Of course, they're going to take that special forces unit out. There was only one left. I think we're down to turn 20. No, 19. Okay. We must be very careful. I'm definitely going for that 5 brothers on the mountain. Could actually attack their HQ directly here. Oh, yeah, they fought back pretty well. Some Nambu pistols. They actually managed to hold us off. That commander maybe even took out his katana during that battle. These guys are in trouble. So let's hit, again, I want to focus on one infantry unit at a time, one company. And this is an airbase personnel company, so I'm anticipating that they're not as strong as a regular infantry unit. That's why I'm firing at these guys in the north. I'm guessing airbase personnel would be just not as good, really. They might not have the weapons that are as good, that sort of thing. However, they also have tanks, so I'm going for their tanks right now. We should be able to break those tanks down pretty easily. So Hannikin actually has control of a lot of units. I didn't give him enough credit. Yeah, we're not even going to attack there. There's just no point. They'll be able to hold off for quite a while. We can get our armor on an amphibious transport. That's good news. So next turn, they can drop over here somewhere. End the turn. Man, look at that. Once again, it gets so frustrating, but that's what they're doing. They're just refilling those troops at the airbase. And they've got a perfect shot there at our infantry units. Looks like we have some defensive artillery, and we have pretty good range across the island as well with our own artillery units. It's just frustrating. Come on. Nice. Took out one of our infantry companies there. Okay, here we go. Amiangal Mountain's going to get hit again. We're not even close to Amiangal Mountain or Radar Hill. We would have to move pretty quickly for that to occur. So I will move up here on top of the mountain. I'm going to start attacking the 5 brothers. Some pretty serious defense here. You can use this road over here, the west road, I believe, to essentially move around. Got him down to 2. Let's see if we can wipe out that tank unit. Yeah, good work, Special Forces. That's what they're there for. Wiping out an enemy tank unit definitely feels good. I'm going to have to override Peleliu's command, though. As much as I love the guy and trust him, I think I'm going to attack the airfield. We can hit it from multiple locations now, and I don't think they're going to anticipate us coming from the actual jungle. Although it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some reinforcements to that Special Forces unit. Men are doing a pretty good job assaulting this place. Let's open fire. Come on. Artillery support. Nice. And I think in all likelihood they won't attack us. They'll probably just reinforce these units, except for the ones that aren't damaged at all, of course. We're going to get him over here to take that unit out. Or maybe. You know what? Maybe we should just send the tank battalion to attack the airfield and ignore this guy. I think so. I think this unit down here is really just it's keeping our men away from more important tasks. Okay, we got a pretty good foothold here, but a lot of Japanese left. You just wait. Now, thankfully, we've taken out a lot of the artillery on top of the mountain itself. They still have the main gun, though, and the main gun is really the behemoth. It's the one that can do the most damage out of any of the guns. It's the best hidden. It's the highest up on the mountain. So even from this distance, it can do quite a number on our troops. 17 turns remaining. We want to take this area by at least turn 15, basically, and that's not always possible. Omak destroyed. Must be one of the villages around here. Nice. Good work, boys. Omak destroyed once again. Or maybe Omak is a sort of building. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. You know, yeah, we can't get any reinforcements up that mountain. That's not surprising. But let's at least open fire on the barracks. Nice! Finally a hit. If we get 2 hits, that would be a miracle. I know our numbers are low, but I'm just trying to be as aggressive as possible here. And I'm honestly not sure if destroying this area, Omak, does anything for us, positive or negative. Let's get right on the road there to the airfield. Thought for sure we would get a kill with that one, but I guess we're going to have to wait a bit. And let's get this general into an amphibious transport so he can start sort of leading his men on the field here. Nice. Nice. Finally, we're starting to take this guy down. This is one of the shorter campaigns in Strategic Command World War II, guys, but it's also a tough one. I definitely recommend this one for timing if anybody is just looking for like a quick game in Strategic Command World War II, but prepare for a very difficult fight. Okay, 16 turns remaining. We still have time, brothers. We still have time. Get up that damn hill, boys. I don't want any excuses. Use your nades. Do what you have to do. Same with the enemy HQ here. Nakagawa's HQ. Wow. So that is Nakagawa. That's the main leader of the main defender of the island itself. Wonder what would happen if we could take Nakagawa out. That being said, I think we should focus right now on this guy. Take that area, then we can use these troops at the airfield. I'm going to pull this infantry unit out because he's pretty badly hurt. And we will use all of our artillery on that area. Nice. Good hit. Of course, we know the Japanese will fight to the very last man. Good shots. I think we can even get a shot with this guy. No, a little too far. Just a little too far. And of course they reinforce that unit again. When do they not reinforce that guy? What's the deal? Good work, boys. Tanks. Yeah, this might very well be a job for infantry. And it looks like we're going to have to wait a bit. Let's reinforce this guy. Even though we can only give him 2 points, I think it's important. And I almost want to go ahead and attack the enemy tank unit, but I don't think that's going to be safe right now. We'll open fire on the infantry unit here that's dug into the town, but yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to do much damage to him. However, let's drop this general off. Welcome, General Dark. I did not know there was a general in the Second World War named General Dark, but I guess it's a pretty, seems like it would be a fairly common name. Okay. I mean, I feel more in control of this island than I usually am in this game, but not totally. All right, we did manage to get a few men in up the hill there. Oh, thank you, Peleliu. He's saying I think Dark is a code name. Yeah, that's very possible. That would make more sense. But we have some of the other generals that are named in game, so I don't know why they wouldn't give that one a name. Maybe that's just the way they did it during the operation. And now they're trying to wipe out our special forces there near the beach. That's been a constant gunfight by the beach the entire game. It looks like they took out one of our units. 15 turns, and the first Marines were destroyed. That's a big loss. Nice work. Come on, man. Overwhelm the defenses. He can't make it up there this turn, but next turn he will be able to. And it looks like we're a little too far to hit their HQ. Although if I manage to get any rounds from this guy to their HQ, I will fire. I don't think so, though. There we go. Get a lucky hit on Nakagawa and end this battle early. That would be wonderful. Nice. Good work, boys. I think it's just since we're a tank. Oh, sometimes tanks can get a second attack. I guess in this case we can't. Can we reinforce this unit? No. And that's not good. At least we're lowering his strength a bit. Nice, all the way down to 7, man. The 3-2-1 is amazing. I think it's the best infantry battalion we have on the island. If somebody wants to type in 3-2-1 in Wikipedia, 321st Marine Division, let's see if they got any awards during this battle, because I would not be surprised. Like, they're doing so well here. I would be shocked if they didn't get any awards. Move these guys over here, hoping they don't get shot at. Okay. It's a hell of a war. First Marines wiped out just like in real life. Wow, thank you, Peleliu. So that actually did happen. And yeah, I guess the first Marines were wiped out. Obviously, I'm not sure they weren't all killed, but all became casualties or killed, of course. Would be my assumption. And Peleliu lets us know that the commander leading the army here was Rupertus. Pretty cool. Okay, 14 turns remaining. First Marines destroyed, and the 154th Engineer Combat Battalion was also destroyed. I wonder if we can hit that area from here. No way. But looks like we can destroy that unit of infantry, and every enemy battalion we waste is a huge help. Come on, waste them, boys. Yeah. Good shot. Well done. I'm actually going to move the infantry back to attack here. Yeah, baby. And I'm going to send the tanks back too. I just see such a good chance here to destroy a lot of enemy units, infantry and tanks included, that I think it's the right move. We can come back to the barracks afterwards. I hope we're making the right move there. I feel like we are. As for these guys, the right move would be max reinforcements. And probably the same with these guys too. But I think we'll try and attack against the HQ. Nice. Up the hill, boys. I love it. They are definitely making that push up the hill. Doesn't always work the way we want it to. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run, man. I think that's what real special forces would do, is get the hell out of here. Once things are looking sour, break and run. Fire! Nice! All the way from over here, guys. We're able to fire with our 1st Tank Battalion and wipe out their mechanized group. Talk about good luck. Hey, Lanzer. They took over 70% casualties, says Lanzer. Wow. Chesty Puller commanded the 1st Marine Regiment. That's crazy, man. So that's why they shouldn't have attacked the point. And yeah, actually, when we attacked the point, we lost 2 units here in our own little battle. So I can see that that's a dangerous area. And I think it's mainly because of the point with the mountains here. It's a perfectly visible location for all of the artillery guns. But so far, we've taken out most of the enemy's AT guns, or excuse me, AT guns, their artillery guns. I hope they don't have any AT guns, but considering we only have 14 turns left, we have to make it all the way up here and take this area, and all the way down here and take this area. I don't know if we can get a victory on this one. Still going to try to do our absolute best. 99 MPP. Oh, thank you, Bon Value. So about awards, there were 8 medals of honor, 5 were posthumous, and the 1st Marine Division received a presidential citation. Wow. I can understand why. I mean, this is madness. It's just one island, and yet we're facing this many casualties. Okay. We get max reinforcements. Beautiful. I think we can get, no, not max reinforcements for our tank. So the tanks are going in for the assault. Damn it. Ouch. Yeah, it's hard to take a barracks with armored divisions. Nice. Up the hill, boys. Beautiful. And I think we can reinforce this fellow too. Yeah, beautiful. Get him to 8. If we can get these guys really strong, things are going to be a lot easier for us. Nice shooting, artillery. At least it was initially. And we destroyed another part of the 1st air base. Remember, there are 2 air bases on the island. This is really only one of them. Fortunately, we can't attack with an HQ division. At least I'm pretty sure we can. If we could, I would take that risk just to do some damage. In this case, though, we can still attack with our tanks. So we'll do that, and look at that. Almost the entire air base is liberated. But, of course, we still have to take this area right here, and it's quite important. No more reinforcements. Sending these special forces to the main battle site. Get the hell out of the woods. Out of the jungle. What did I do? There we go. Sorry, guys. Actually isn't a bad idea, now that I look at it, to bring our HQ a bit closer. Want to try to keep your headquarters as close to your men as possible for obvious reasons. Not too close, though, because then the enemy can attack them. 103. Keeps rising. Nice. Yeah, that's crazy, Bombay. I mean, I know there are a lot of posthumous Medal of Honor recipients in general. It's not an easy medal to get alive. That's for sure. Interesting. So Lanzer's saying it wasn't even a necessary victory point. And I guess that makes sense because it's not even considered a VP in this game. Let's see what to do now. I think now we have to lead a full assault. Should have attacked the artillery first, though. Let's go for that. Nice. Get in front of it, boys. Need some more men on the hill. And while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and open fire on this area. The Five Sisters refers to the mountain range here. This is the Five Sisters mountain range. Nice! So maybe with our tanks we should actually open fire from a distance just to be safe. It's not a bad idea. They are really well dug in. Let them have it, boys. Wish we had more rounds, more abilities to fire in one turn, but that's just not in the cards for us. Looks like our guys may have actually stepped on a mine there. They destroyed the pillbox, but could have been booby-trapped. And here we go. Next turn. We're getting down to the very last. Oh, thank you, Lancer. Good point. He's saying if we clear the airfield, it might allow us to get more supplies. But I think there's no way we have enough time to make it to the second one. I'm not sure, again. All right, that coastal battery's alive again. We kind of left it there because it wasn't doing anything, but now it's actually starting to open fire on our men. We can't have that. Okay, what to do? Still got some arty there. We might send this special forces unit to hit that. Though it looks like we can probably take the Five Brothers this turn. Just need to really do enough damage so that they can't recuperate. And the frustrating part about this area especially is just the fact that the enemy keeps reinforcing the airfield with more replacements. And no matter how much damage we do to it, it becomes almost impossible to take the position. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Lay into the airfield, boys. Good work. Now we can reinforce these special forces next turn. But I think they have not done a very good job in that southeastern part of the island. Okay, yeah, once again, look at that. Reinforcing that, that area. Get up the hill, boys. There we go. Come on now. You know that this is yours, guys. Oh, they almost have it, guys. This hill belongs to the men. I wonder if we can hit it from here. Oh, man. So damn close, guys. Max reinforcements. Nice work, boys. And I'm thinking maybe if we get up here, we might be able to fire. Yep. Didn't get a hit, man. So unlucky on that one. They're going to have to reinforce that, and hopefully that will not allow them to reinforce the barracks as well. Unless they just have unlimited MPP, which seems to be the case. At least that time, all three of our artillery teams got a hit. I'm very proud of them, because they've done really poorly so far. Thank you, Peleliu. So he's saying, look up the story of Captain Everett Pope on this battle. He says, I think this when he was attacking the Umbragal Mountains, or the Point, but must be one of those because he was from the 1st Marines, the 1st Marine Regiment. Wow. Yeah, if anybody wants to look that up, that you definitely should. We always appreciate, especially here in the chat, guys, like some historical knowledge. I love it. I learned so much of what I know from you guys, and it's really cool. Okay, and the turn. Let's see how they reinforce these guys. Look at that, 10? At least they can't get many men to the Brothers Mountains, but they reinforce the barracks. I want to raise the American flag over one of these locations. Okay, here we go. Maybe we could even take Walt Ridge. How great would that be? Special Forces. Come on, boys. You did it. You did it, son. And it looks like the garrison battalion we brought over of all units gets the glory of hoisting up the American flag on the Five Brothers. The garrison unit was the guy that was supposed to defend the U.S. headquarters, so they're not even really made for frontline combat like this. They're made for defensive combat if needed. So I'm very proud of these guys. While we're at it, let's reinforce our tank units. Oh, what did I do? Shame on me. Max reinforce, get them to 8. And I guess we just have to keep on hitting the good old base, the barracks here. It's actually north of the airfield. The airfield is pretty much under our control. Yeah, they still have an infantry unit there, but there are actually no victory points associated with it, and we've destroyed so many units within it. All right, setting up special forces. Infantry. Come on, boys. I know you can do it. Got them down to 1, boys. We've got them down to 1, and we know what's going to happen. They're going to reinforce. We're losing a lot of MPP, and I think it's because we don't control the locations we're supposed to at this time. That would be my guess. Come on, guys, get those nice hits again. Beautiful. Nice. Got him down to 3, guys. We've got to break through. There we go. We've taken the barracks. Finally, the Aegis barracks destroyed, and that was the 3-2-1. These guys, like I said, they've been the best in this battle so far. The 2nd to 302nd, 21st Infantry Battalion of the Marine Corps. Excellent job. And I think with the remaining men, we either want to reinforce or we want to open fire on the headquarters, which is what I'm going to do. Start hitting their HQ unit. Man, they are well dug in, that's for sure. From here, we can, of course, move on Walt Ridge, but not if the enemy is dug in like this and refuses to take any damage. Looks like that's it. Yep, we'll go ahead and end the turn. I'll get one more shot on this coastal battery, and we finally took it out. Lands are saying after the 1st Marine Division was pulled out by the 87th Army, the Wildcats took over and finished mopping up. Ah, interesting. Look at that, reinforcing that HQ. We're going to completely surround it and take it out. See if they're going to go for our artillery. But now we control the hill. Good shooting. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, let's cut these guys off. I messed up, and this is one problem about this game. One of the few things I dislike is, hold on, guys, when we're cut off like that. Streaming, call me back in a bit. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so basically what I don't like is once you move a unit and you click away, you can no longer attack, which is kind of frustrating because I didn't even mean to click away, really. You need to decide whether you're going to attack or not and make that decision pretty clear. Make your intention clear. Get reinforcements. And we should be able to fire with our tanks. Good shooting. As you can see, I'm immediately attacking that artillery unit that's been such a bother to us. Because taking out could potentially lead to a victory. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and open up with our artillery on their HQ up here on the hills. It's the only unit of theirs that remains in that area. And there we go. We collected 117 MPP. They did regenerate the unit, but they couldn't actually do much for it. So that means they were either running out of MPP or they just decided to reinforce another unit. 6 turns remaining. Ooh, boy. Alright, we start going to Walt Ridge very soon. Let's max up. No, they can't do much. We're going to try to take Walt Ridge, guys. Come on. We can actually start moving all of this artillery up. I just can't help but fire. But if we got this already on the hill, well, they'd have this sort of view that the enemy has, or had. So some of these guys we will move up. There we go. Got them down to 3, man. Great job by the 1st Tank Battalion. And this is the 321st. They generally don't let us down, but they tried to attack already. They didn't make it through, and finally we did. Old Baldy, heavily damaged from combat. I believe that's the name of one of the sort of cliff faces there. We're going to start firing on Walt Ridge. There we go. I like that. Move these boys back. They don't need to be in combat. But we're doing pretty well, I think. If we could take Walt Ridge, that would be pretty cool. At least we'd have these 3 areas. The enemy would still hold, however, the 2nd airfield, the radar station, and Negardolok, this sort of village in the middle of nowhere. Five turns, boys. What do you guys think so far about our situation? You think we are going to be able to win this one, or what's going to happen? I will reinforce this tank unit since we can. Especially since we can reinforce him to 10. I mean, that's pretty great. Reinforce this guy to at least 8. Yeah, let's do it. Move the special forces back. Only units that have enough numbers should move forward. We don't want to lose anybody unnecessarily. So if you are low strength, move back and let a stronger unit take your position. These guys, for instance, can absolutely attack. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, man. They took some damage, but they absolutely show that they're willing to do anything to take this location. Okay, beautiful. We're firing directly at Walt Ridge. We got a nice hit. And I'll move up the rest of our artillery to occupy sort of the southern end, at least, of the Umbergol Mountain. Here we go. We're really coming down to the very last part of the battle, of course, and of that ridge, Walt Ridge, is an absolute essential part we have to take. Let's loosen this place up. Of course, it's got a nice little dock here, and this is where the Japanese would actually get their reinforcements in from, as well as from areas over here. There's a radio direction emergency station here, etc. Open fire. Let's try to soften them up with our tanks first. Got him down to 4. That's wonderful. 1, unbelievable. And the 3, 2, 1, they've already been heroes this entire time. Let's let them raise the flag for once. And this time they get to raise it above Walt Ridge. Good work, men. Destroy the boat dock. That's not going to allow the enemy to bring anything in at all. And at this point, I want to try and reinforce any units we can. Although I'm not sure it's going to make much of a difference. I don't think we can take any other locations during this particular battle. Just not enough time. However, I will still keep attacking the enemy artillery positions, and I'll try to wipe them out so that we don't have any sort of interference in this location. And I'm going to let the HQ hang out at the barracks just to be sure the enemy doesn't remove us from this location. So we didn't make it nearly as far as the men in the actual battle did. Now, this particular battle, each turn represents actually 1 day. And depending on the battle you're fighting in this game, you know, that can change. So in this one was actually 30 days total. This is what we accomplished in 30 days. I'm pretty sure we didn't accomplish as much as the Marines did in 30 days, although you guys know better than I do, so let me know. But we did our absolute best. There's no doubt about that. Definitely don't want the 3, 2, 1 going down. I'm going to have them lead the attack here. There's a narrow strip of land here, and we can already see other Japanese infantry units over here waiting for us. So it's a narrow strip of land where they can get a lot of good defenses, I believe. Get up that road, boys. All right, let's get our arty up in the mountains. Two turns. Let's take a look here at the chat. Thank you, Lord Cucumber. Thanks a bunch, man. He cheered again. Watching this for a bit, he says, then recording. Happy to see you play this. Thank you, bud. Hey, Ted. Hey, how you doing, man? I think this battle just north of 2 months. Oh, wow. Okay, in that case, I don't feel so bad. In that case, I feel like we've accomplished. I mean, we're probably still going to get a loss in the battle, but I think technically we've taken the Five Brothers, Walt Ridge, and Asia's barracks, as well as the first airfield by the first month. I think we're doing all right. What do you guys think? We're just now getting to Hill B, which, I mean, if you research this battle, there are so many important locations. Bald Ridge, there are just so many areas of this battle that could be battles unto themselves. It's a vicious place to be, Peleliu. And from what I understand, unlike Iwo Jima, which looked like garbage, it looked like a terrible island, Peleliu actually was pretty appealing. Same with the Solomon Islands. They were beautiful, but full of death. You know, just because something's pretty doesn't mean it won't kill you. Okay. Turning it over, no pun intended, to the Japanese. And it looks like they've got their own group of special forces. We didn't even tangle with their special forces. Wonder what Japanese special forces would be like. I'm guessing really brutal. And yeah, right there, they could fire at us from Garekoro, which is two tiles away. Look at three tiles away. Unbelievable. So they must have some snipers in there. We're still fighting to the very end. Ridge 20 heavily damaged from combat. Man, it took a long time to damage those guys. Okay, guys, I think that's about it. I'll try to get a few more shots off if I can. I guess we might as well go ahead and fire our remaining shells at the enemy near the airbase. Now, again, the airbase by itself is not a strategic point, but it's always good to kill a few Japanese defenders for our future troops that are arriving on the island. I think this was a really fun battle. I mean, especially for those of you that haven't seen it, don't worry, I will upload the entirety of it to YouTube. But like just the beginning when we landed on the beaches, we felt safe, and then all of a sudden all those mines went off. They started damaging all of our units. This whole area here on the beaches was badly booby-trapped. And then on top of it, to have the artillery hitting us, and it was tough. These men definitely have stories to tell. There's no doubt about that. They really want to kill that unit, the garrison HQ. Or, excuse me, not the garrison HQ, the garrison defensive unit. Oh, nice! We got a minor victory. Hey, guys, pretty cool. So I guess it did take into account that it would have taken 2 months. So what we took for the first month was pretty decent, man. I'll take it. I'm happy with that. Really happy with that. So there we go, guys. I promised you guys I would do the entire battle of Peleliu. And, you know, with the power of Twitch, I was definitely able to accomplish that task. So there we go. I think we did all right. You know, pretty cool. Teddy says here, so Agrippa's taking the MacArthur approach. It might not be necessary, but killing Japanese troops is good, he says. Yeah, man. Hey, you know, it's all about body count. I do believe in the body count approach to war, I must say. Much more than I do in the objective capturing. I think it's important to kill way more of your enemy than they kill of you. That doesn't always work, but on the off chance it does, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I thank everybody that purchased the gems. Again, I'm very new to being an affiliate here with Twitch. And it looks like Tere just subscribed as a tier 1 sub. That's awesome. Now, what does that mean exactly, Tere, the tier 1? And thank you, guys. I just think that's so cool. Like, I have to say, even the live situation here on Twitch is much more fun to watch, in my opinion, than YouTube. Like, we've got these little diamonds, the gems. I didn't think I would like them, but they're pretty cool. And obviously, anybody that's on top, it looks like right now, Tere, I think, is on top. Lord Cucumber's on top, actually. Then Tere is second, and Dana's third. And they get these cool little badges every time they chat. Oh, thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you so much for showing up. I really, really thank you all. It was a fun fight, and I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, the battle itself. So if you have any ideas on what fight you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. In fact, I'll show you guys right now what fights exist here. Give me 1 second. So we're going to head back to the main menu. And of course, we also have the other 2 expansions, which have like the Cold War, stuff like that. The Cold War turning hot. But this is what we have in the Pacific. So just take a look there. The Kokoda Trail, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Kokoda, but any New Zealanders or Australians would love to see this one. It's the Australians fighting the Japanese, and despite having very little in the way of weapons and ammo, they put up an incredible fight. I do believe they lost, though, but it was a hell of a fight against the Japanese. That's a pretty cool one, but like I said, there are others. Sorry, I'll leave that up for a bit. So make sure when I upload it to YouTube, please do leave a comment on what you'd like to see next, and we'll make it a battle and put it here. And let's see, Lord Cucumber said something. Tier 1 means, oh, cool. Twitch gets half. I like the emoticon you chose for that. Thank you so much. Peleliu saying, now you make me want to buy this game. Sadly, we don't have a game link here, because otherwise you could buy it through my page now that I am an affiliate. But yeah, go to, I think you have to go to the Matrix page, if I'm not mistaken. Matrix Games. I'm not sure you can buy it on Steam. I could be mistaken on that, but I think you have to buy it at matrixgames.com. All right, mates, take care.